I'm going live, hopefully, on my page and in my group. Don't forget to give Ecamm permission so that I can see any comments that pop up, because I like to see comments and I can swipe them across. So this is going to be the last live of this year because I'm going to take a bit of a break. I've decided to come on without my hat on because my little skinhead's growing back, and in honour of that, when I'm inside and I've got my heating on, don't tell anybody, I'm not going to wear my hat quite as much, which is quite nice and give my head a bit of time to breathe. So the title of this is, I had some blood tucked today and I've just ripped my plaster off. That's not good. The title of this is, so what have I been doing this past week? I've been really busy this past week. I've literally not stopped. I've done a 3-day self-love makeover challenge over on all my Facebook stuff. You might have seen things popping up. I did a little pop-up group and there was about 20 people came and joined, and it's been really, really good. I really enjoyed it, which is one of the reasons why I've decided to not wear my hat anymore. I've been a bit shy in going public on here without it on. Look, it's growing over my ears. My ears actually sticking up over my ears now. That's how good it's getting. So yeah, in honour of that, I'm not wearing my hat. Hi, Tony. See, look what I can do when you give Ecamm permission. I can see who's on. It's lovely. So yeah, I've done 3-day challenge over there. So I've been going live at 8 o'clock every night with them. They had a little workbook. They're my beta testing. I'm going to hopefully add to this next week. Sorry you missed it. Oh, Jean, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. I'll be doing a bigger, better course next year. So the title of this was, what have I been up to? We're coming round your house if you've got the heating on. Are you going to push the boat out and put the kettle on as well? I've no idea who that is. I would hazard a guess it's somebody that knows me very well. I haven't got a kettle anymore. Or Paula said that she prefers me without the hat. Thank you. I haven't got a kettle anymore. I've got a fandangled thing that my son bought. Cost him quite a bit of money actually. But it filters all the water and takes all the metal and all the additives and all that malarkey stuff out that we don't need, and it's like cold water and then baby bottle temperature water, warm water, and then boiling water. So I just put it under there, so I haven't got a kettle that I plug in. That's probably why my electricity bill hasn't soared through the roof, because the kettle used to be on literally all the time. I can't even begin to tell you how much coffee I used to drink in a day, and now I don't. I have pucker tea. I shared this in the group that I've been doing my mini challenge with or whatever. I'm not allowed chocolate anymore. So my darling son bought me a pucker advent calendar. So I have a different tea for every day of December. So I've been having lots of different flavoured teas, which has been quite nice. So yeah, it's decaf coffee, pucker tea. Yeah, pretty boring stuff now. No alcohol, no caffeine in my coffee or anything like that. Lots of green juice. Yeah, but that's where we are. So anyway, so what's coming up next year? I've got exciting things coming up next year. I'm opening up my membership. An extra 12 spaces are going to be opened up. It's open now, so if that's something that you think you might find interesting, you can check that out and look. It's Steph. Oh, hiya. You might find it interesting. You can go over to my my website, sortyourshizleout.com, and the information is all on there. But we have a WhatsApp group. We do a Zoom. I just can't wait until Christmas is over and I can just be me. I hope you have a great holiday, and I am very anxious and lonely. You're always going to be you, Tammy, whether it's Christmas or not. You're you all the time. And I know you're going through some things at the moment and you're feeling quite lonely, but it's just a day. This is one of the reasons why, hi Sam, this is one of the reasons why I chose to do my self-love makeover challenge just before Christmas, because I think it's really important, not just at Christmas, but at any time of the year, that we learn to love ourselves. So it was divided up into self-worth, self-awareness and self-growth. And, you know, being self-aware, I think, is key to a lot of things. But our self-worth, you know, that no matter what's going on around us, we are worthy of love. We are worthy of the good things in life. We are worthy, you know, of prioritising ourselves. And this time of year isn't a good time of year for everybody. There's lots of people that I've been speaking to lately that find it quite difficult at this time of year. And that's okay. We don't need to make a big deal out of it. It is what it is. It's one day. In fact, I'm sure I've mentioned this on my lives before now. I was quite duped when I found out that, you know, the whole reason of Christmas and that Jesus Christ was born and all that sort of stuff. He was born in July, evidently. And I felt hoodwinked when I found that out. So yeah, it's just a day. People in Spain don't celebrate Christmas Day. They celebrate something to do with saints or some special day on around the 6th of January, I think it is. It's Christmas is whatever we make it. And, you know, even if it's just a day where you don't need to go to work and you can eat rubbish and lie on the couch watching sloppy films, that's absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. So next year, what am I going to be doing? How long have I been on? 6 minutes, that's okay. I've got something else to do at 8 o'clock, so I just need to keep an eye on the time. Hi, Geordie. Welcome into my little world of Sort Your Shizzle Out. I'm in the sorting shack again. Have you noticed my sign? Oh, I do this all the time, that side, my sorting shack. So next year, I'm going to be launching probably 2 or 3 more little courses. I always run a beta group in my membership before anybody else gets it. Love that. Jesus was born in July. He was. I googled it and I found out, Amanda. He was born in July. And the reason why we have Christmas at July, I'm going to post Amanda's comment up here because I think it's cool. She loves it. The reason why we do it in July is because around January there was lots of festivals going on anyway, so they decided to do it over winter when there wasn't much happening, according to good old Google, who is the font of all knowledge. Well, I always knew being born in July. Oh, it's cut off. You've pushed send before you've finished. Made you special, I would hazard a guess, if that's Steph again. So I keep getting interrupted because I'm watching all these comments, which is absolutely lovely. So I'm going to do my Choose You mini course. I'm just recording videos. Yeah, it does make you special. I'm going to record some videos to go with that. There's workbooks on it, and there's an ebook and all sorts of stuff with that. I'm going to do the videos and I'm going to do audios as well, so you can listen to my dulcet tones with that. So that's the Choose You, which is all about prioritising you, setting personal boundaries, how to say no to people, all sorts of juicy stuff, which is something I've been working on personally. I'm going to add to the mini course that I've already done once I get some reviews back from my little beta group that I've just done it with, and make sure it's what people want and that they think it was good, because if it's not, there's no point launching it. I will tell my mum that when she tries to make me enjoy Christmas Day. Yeah, it's just another day. We can celebrate it however we want to. Not me, I was born on the something of March, Steph. My daughter was born in July. Maybe that's the same day. And then I'm going to do something around validation, or our need for validation, I think, because I think that's something that's come up a lot in a lot of my courses, is that often we can look outside for validation from other people to make us feel okay or good about ourselves, or need for recognition and praise from other people, instead of, you know, working on our self-worth and knowing that we're truly worthy no matter what. Yeah, I don't know why that is now. I think social media and Facebook have got a lot to do with it, but you know, often we're looking for the likes that we get off people, or the follows and all those sort of things, in order to feel worthy or validated. So I want to do something about validation and where it comes from, and why do we need external validation. So I'm hoping to get those 3 launched early next year. I've also got it's I think I've touched on it before. It's I'm looking into setting up a bit of a business with one of my lifelong bestest buddies. We've known each other for over 30 years. Around equine guided therapy, which I'm really excited about because I love our four-legged friends. So that's coming up. We're going to be working really hard behind the scenes for the next sort of 3 months, working on that. She's a horsey person and I'm the person, and together, hopefully, we're going to make something absolutely fantastic. But I will fill you in near the time when we've got something to fill you in with, because we're just devising it all as we speak. But yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. So, has anybody got any questions? The day Julius Caesar was betrayed and killed, known as the Ides of March. Ides of March? Oh, right. Flipping heck, you learn all sorts in this group. Kirsty said that she turned up just at the right time. Just at the right time for what? I'm not sure when you turned up, Kirsty. But I'm glad you did, and I'm glad you're here. So if anybody's got any questions, anything around self-love or anything like that, or you just want to shoot the breeze with me, then now is your time. I've got about another 5 or 10 minutes before I need to go. That will be amazing. They have such special qualities to calm people. They do. Horses mirror us. They're very much in the here and now. And you need to be authentic around horses. I'm not sure, I don't know what I've said in what group lately, because I seem to have been doing an awful lot of talking in lots of groups. But I love horses. Don't like riding horses. Riding horses is not my forte. I did a grassland management course when I lived in Wales. I used to have a small holding in Wales. And they frightened the bejesus out of me. Yeah, so much so, I don't know whether you've ever ridden a horse, but if you're in a group of horses and you're the one that's at the back, your horse will run twice as fast as the others to try to catch up and to get in the front. So when we used to have to gallop across the fields, because everybody knew I was literally peeing my pants, they'd let me set off first. So I was virtually 3/4 of the way across the fields before they'd all come thundering towards me, so that my horse wouldn't speed up any faster. So I'm not very good on top of them, but I love being around them. I love the smell. I've got a member in my membership who has ponies, and I keep asking her to just bottle the smell up. The smell of saddle soap just takes me back to my youth. I used to have one when I was a little girl, and he wasn't the best. I used to fall off him all the time as well, but I did love him. Always puzzled me why I need other people to validate me and why my opinion of myself isn't enough. Yes. Do one of my courses and it will puzzle you no more. Yeah, recognition and validation is one of the big things. I'll go off track a bit here now. My transactional analysis training. In transactional analysis, we say that you get strokes, positive strokes and negative strokes from our main caregivers as we're growing up, whether that's mum and dad or nan or a teacher or a foster carer, whoever it is, who's quite influential in your life when you're growing up. And we get positive strokes, like recognition and validation and praise from those people. So that can form our personality. I used to get lots of recognition and praise for being okay, for helping people out and being a pleasant little girl and not causing any trouble to anybody. I left that all to my older sister, if she's listening. I love you. So yeah, I learnt as I was growing up that that's what I got recognition and validation for. So I did more of it. And then it kind of becomes part of who you are as an adult. So, recognition and validation is a really powerful thing that people use when we're growing up. I'm not saying that they use it against us, but we all know that it's nice to get recognition and validation, even as adults in work. Yes, it's nice to get a bonus, but just to be told that you're doing a good job and to be acknowledged for the work that you do, you puff your chest out a little bit and it's nice. It's like, I always say to people jokingly, oh, you get smarty points for that. Because we like to be acknowledged for the good stuff that we do. But the other side of that is when we need it externally in order to feel good about ourselves, rather than exactly like you say, you know, building up our own opinion of ourselves and just knowing that we're worthy. And one of the things I suggested in this course was to do, you know, positive affirmations in the morning. And, you know, some of the comments that people said about it when I asked them were quite funny. To stand in front of the mirror, literally, when you're cleaning your teeth, not with your toothbrush in your mouth, obviously, but at some point when you're doing your morning ritual, whatever that is to stand in front of the mirror and to say, I am worthy, with gusto, you know, not just in your head or whispering it, to stand there and say, I am worthy of the good things in life. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being successful. And it's kind of like putting it out into the universe, for one, but we also hear it. You know, we don't really acknowledge or recognise that we hear all our thoughts. And, you know, all the conversations that we have, we internalise a lot of those. So if we're always talking negatively and, you know, oh, I wish I was more successful, or I wish, you know, I could do that, you know, we hear that inside, and that's a way of just knocking us down. So if we can switch it round and, you know, be more positive in the way that we speak to ourselves and just generally, you know, and stop putting ourselves down and berating ourselves, then that's going to impact on the way that we feel about things. Jean's put saddle sore, hanging on for grim death. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and they always used to give me this massive horse called William. I could hardly fit my legs round him. He was huge. I think he was 17 hands too. And I used to think, geez, it's a long way to fall off this one. But he was the most gentle creature ever, but proper flew across them fields, like literally frightened the life out of him. I just used to hang on for grim death. And there was a hedge at the other side. And luckily all the other horses had catch up with me just before we got to it. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have tried to clear that with me on his back. But I'm here to tell the tale. I did survive. So that's about it. I think that's all I've got to say for this year. I will be back early next year. So yeah, have an absolutely amazing Christmas, whatever you're doing, and a wonderful New Year. And just maybe have a little think around what you want to leave behind in 2022 and what you want to be taking forward into 2023. And yeah, enjoy however you're going to celebrate it. If you're going to celebrate it, whatever you choose to do over the festivities, on your own or with family, just have an absolutely fantastic time. And I just want to say a personal thank you to everybody. Like Arnie, you'll be back even stronger. Yes, Julie Lewis is in here. Have an awesome family Christmas. Thanks, Paula, I will do. I've just been talking about our venture, Julie. I'm not sure whether I should, but I have done. So it's out there, into the universe, in the ether, what we're going to do next year. Yeah, so I just want to give a personal thank you to everybody for all the love and support and everything that you've given me this year. I will be back next year, better and stronger, exactly like my mate Julie's just said. With lots more things in the pipeline, lots of exciting stuff going on, and I will keep you informed every single step of the way like I usually do. So from me, Julie's put, is so exciting. Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to do this and say, this is Julie, my mate, that I'm doing this stuff with? Yeah, so just, you know, enjoy it, whatever you're doing, and I will be with you in thought, if not, you know, virtually or whatever. And yeah, enjoy it, have a fantastic time, and love you all to bits. Take care. Bye.